Hey everyone, welcome to Live with DJ Rossstar. Today is Tuesday. It's November 2025. Today on the show, we're going to talk to the band Another One Down. If you have questions for the band during the interview, you can put them in the chat below. And if you're watching for the first time, welcome. Thanks for joining me. I'm on twice a week every week. You can go back on my page and see interviews I've done with bands like Less Than Jake, Ballyhoo, Zebrahead, and a ton more. And hopefully you come back and watch live interviews in the future. Tomorrow, Wednesday, I'll be right back here at 1 o'clock Central Time with the band Calling All Captains. So hopefully you can come back and check that out tomorrow. And if not, it's all good. I'll be back next week with 2 more bands for your listening and viewing pleasure. Anyway, it's now 11 o'clock Central Time. We're going to be chatting in just a few moments with the band Another One Down. I believe Marcus will be calling in. So we're just waiting for Marcus to get into the chat, and then we will get it going. So if you're watching at home, thank you for joining me. Let me know, where are you watching from? What state, what country? Are you in your car? Are you at home? I'm always interested to learn where people are tuning in from. Anyway, I'm going to invite the band right now, so hang on one second. Boom, there we go. And as soon as they accept the invite, we'll be good to go. While we're waiting, I will let you know that I take all suggestions. So if you personally play in a band and you want to submit your band for the show, just send me a DM. I listen to everything. And if I think it's a good fit, I'll have you on. But for now, let's get to the interview. Here we go, guys. Hi.
What's up?
Good angle.
Yeah. Trying to find a good spot.
I like your setup, though.
Thank you. I was writing some stuff before this, so
New music,
figured
we
that'd be a
hope.
good background.
New music, we hope. Maybe you're writing a short story.
Yeah.
Who knows?
I wish I could write a short story, but no, I'm only good at music.
Aren't songs technically short stories if you think about it?
Yeah. I mean, if you're going for that, for sure. Sometimes
Or
it's just a random collective of thoughts and feelings.
is it hard to make everything rhyme, or do you not even care if it rhymes at this point?
Um, I'm trying to not care, but I feel like my brain instinctively is like it must rhyme. But then sometimes I'll write something that doesn't. I'm like by accident. I'm like that's actually pretty fire. So I don't know.
I think if it's close enough, I think we can call it a rhyme nowadays anyway.
Yeah, yeah. I like near rhymes more than exact rhymes.
That's
So
true. Well, exact rhymes have been done before a million times, but near rhymes, you might be discovering something new, like a new planet. Who knows?
yeah, exactly.
So let's introduce yourself. Who are you? Who am I talking to today?
Hi, I'm Marcus from the band Another One Down.
Exclamation point.
Exclamation point. Yes, very important.
I love that.
And I am the singer and primary songwriter. Used to be guitarist singer, now I'm just singer. So
Do you like that better, or do you miss playing guitar?
I have mixed feelings. I miss it
Oh,
a lot, but it's also a lot easier to just sing and not worry about both at once. But
yeah.
I do love playing guitar live, so it is definitely a struggle. But at least I get to write still. So.
It's probably weird for your fans that have been around for so long to see you just singing up there. They're used to one thing and now you're giving them something else.
Yeah, it was weird at first because I switched over a few years back, so it's been a bit now. But at first it was definitely weird, and I definitely didn't know what to do with my body, so I just kind of stood there. Um, but yeah, I did that with the guitar anyways, so it was a little bit better.
It's been interesting for me. The last couple of Sum 41 shows I went to, Derek doesn't play guitar anymore, so that was fun to watch him kind of run around the stage. Um,
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
he's mastered that. I will say I did go see Motion City Soundtrack this last weekend, which was a fantastic show. And Justin's not playing guitar anymore either. I think he played it on like 1 or 2 songs. So it was interesting watching him perform now also with no guitar on. Just like a different, it's like, seeing your teachers outside of class or something, just totally different and weird.
Yeah, definitely.
But we're here now. What's going on? It's well, you're in Rhode Island in the end of November. So are you cold out right now? Are you warm inside? How do you feel?
It's very cold. I hate it. Um, yeah, it's just like it. November is such a It's such a bullshit month because it's like it's fall, but it's still just freezing like immediately. Like it. That's what I hate about the seasons here is like the in between seasons only last like 2 to 3 weeks max, and then you're like, oh, it's already winter basically.
I am in Austin, Texas now. I moved here in June, so we're still in the 70s, which is beautiful out. But I moved here from Nashville, and I didn't know much about the weather there. I just kind of moved on a whim a few years before, and it's the same thing. It's like 100 degrees in the summer, and then it immediately goes to 40, and there's no in between at all.
That's crazy. Yeah.
I did want to ask you, Rhode Island, you're in America, of course, you're all the way at the top. Are there any famous rock or pop punk bands from Rhode Island, or not famous but well known? Because I couldn't think of any. I didn't want to Google it and cheat. I wanted to try to think for myself, and I came up with nothing.
Yeah, I mean, we don't have a ton. We have, I think, to be honest, I feel like the biggest band from here is the Deer Hunter.
Okay, I've heard
Um,
that.
I never really super got into them. My sister was really into them. But I met them a few times when I worked at Guitar Center. They came in and I was like, oh, I know you. And then the other like they're not even really that big, but Makeout was originally a band called Trophy Wives that
Okay.
was from Rhode Island. If you know Makeout,
Yeah, I do.
they're
I do not make it. Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
So
Well, you're
kind
working.
of them.
You're working your way up. You might get the city key one day if you keep going. Who knows?
That's what I'm hoping. I'm trying to put us on the map because we are a great state that people keep confusing for Long Island. So
I'm from Long Island. I don't think Rhode Island is anything like Long Island.
I don't think so either.
It just has island in the name. Actually,
Literally.
my only experience ever was when I was going to look at colleges like a billion years ago. I did go to the University of Rhode Island, but I did not end up going to that college. I think I didn't get in, if I actually think about it. I think they said no.
Yeah, that I love URI. It's kind of like where everyone ends up going pretty much from Rhode Island is URI. So I've definitely spent a lot of time on that campus.
Have you played shows there at like a college show?
In my other band, I did once, but for some reason AOD just never has. I think we got invited to, but like we just couldn't work it out because of scheduling conflicts. But they do have like a pretty good like local scene just in the colleges, which is cool.
I went to college in D.C. at American University, and luckily they were able to pull some big bands there. So we had like Bayside played at our school, and Mest and Andrew WK. So sometimes I didn't
That's
have to venture out to the venues; they came to us, which was always cool.
that's awesome.
So what are some of the weirder spots you've played out there? Like not when you're on tour, but when you're playing locally. Besides the venues, have you done like a pizza parlor or a coffee shop, or what kind of venues exist for people out in Rhode Island?
A lot come and go very quick as it is everywhere. I feel
Yeah,
like we had a venue we played for a long time called Firehouse 13 that was literally just in an old firehouse.
that's
So
cool.
that was interesting. Um, we have actually a new venue just popped up that we've been playing at called the Industrial, and it's like kind of a restaurant, but kind of an old mill building. So like it's like a very DIY spot, but they also have like a built-in caterer. So like the last show I went to, like last week, they had like empanadas and coconut shrimp there, which was kind of crazy.
While you're just
So
watching the show.
yeah, so I was just like eating coconut shrimp, watching pop punk bands. It was very interesting.
Who'd
But
you see at that show? Were those other local groups or people touring through?
little of both. It was our friend Sunday Morning from Connecticut, and then a bunch of locals too.
So growing up, did you have to travel a lot to see shows that you wanted to go to? Like, would you make the trip to Massachusetts or Connecticut, like you said? You'd have to drive all the way there?
Yeah, like I feel like I I don't want to speak for all Rhode Islanders, but like I feel like most Rhode Islanders feel like Boston is their home too, and Worcester, just because we're so close. So
Yeah.
that I pretty much always ended up at the Palladium or at House of Blues Boston and stuff because we do have one like decent sized venue that had a lot of bands from like the emo and pop punk scene come through. They used to be called Lupos, now it's called the Strand.
I've heard of
Um,
Luthos. I remember that name. Yeah.
yeah, and that venue was awesome, and I saw a ton of bands there. But like most bands, I feel like are looking at the map and they're like, we'd rather hit Hartford and Boston than Rhode
I get it.
Island.
Actually, before I went to school in DC, I did go to college in Boston for 1 year, and I was able to go see Green Day at Axis. I think that's still there. That was a cool
Oh
venue.
yeah, yeah.
That was a cool show, and I think I saw The Living End at Paradise Club. So I've been around the country. I move every couple of years. Check it out.
Mhm.
See. I bet Texas is pretty cool. I don't know if you've played here in your 11 years of the band or not. If you've been down to Austin,
Not, I haven't played there, but I've been there, and it is really great.
just hanging out as a patron.
I went with my dad for like one of his business trips in like high school,
That's
and
cool.
we
Wow.
we went to Dallas. So I haven't been to Austin, but I've heard Austin's really cool. But Dallas was very cool too. So
How many states have you hit with the band after all this time?
I feel like at this point we've hit like basically every East Coast state, like up and down. Yeah, maybe not Maine, but like everything up there. And then we've gone like to Chicago and back. So like we've also hit like Kentucky and Indiana and Ohio. So like mostly East Coast, but then like a little bit to the left too.
So
Midwest.
what stopped you so far from going all the way west? Just life and other things going on?
Um, yeah, like just be, I guess just like it is just so far, so it's hard to get us all to get the time off of work, or also like to be like, okay, the first drive is going to be like 20 hours to go like all the way there, and then we're coming back. We want to do it, but I don't know. We were kind of trying to start smaller, I guess.
And you need some kind of funding. If not, you're paying out of pocket. It's almost pointless. You're going to go all the way there and pay for gas and hotels and food and come back with less money.
Yeah, exactly. Like I feel like the last few tours we've gotten lucky. Like we basically broke even, but like yeah, I don't know, like we haven't, since we haven't played that far, it's almost like a guarantee we might lose money because we don't know anyone, or we don't know if we even have fans there or anything. So
No, I think it's cool. I've been having a lot of people on and being real with me, saying, "Hey, I'm an electrician when I'm not playing shows, or I do real estate when I'm not playing shows." Besides the really big bands that were lucky, like Less Than Jake, that don't. Well, even Less Than Jake do other things. I shouldn't even say them, but unless you're Green Day or Blink, it seems like everybody has some side hustle or something else they do when they're not playing shows. So there's no shame in that, of course. You just got to
right.
do it. I, you know,
Yeah.
when we were growing up, you probably were the same way as me. Anybody I saw that was like on MTV or in like a magazine, I thought they were all millionaires just because they were on the TV. That's not true either most of the time.
Yeah, no, it's so true. Like it's very like rose-colored glasses of like the industry, and the more you learn, you're like, wow. Like I feel like of most bands that I saw that I thought were like millionaires were really just like making, an average income, which is obviously fine if they were having a good time and like loving their job, but like it kind of sucks that it's not like the old days anymore where like you have a hit song and you can just live off that, I guess.
And I read things all the time about venues that take a percentage of your merch sales when you go play a show there. And that's wild to me also.
Yeah, when I found out about that, I was like in shock that that was a thing. And luckily, there are a lot of venues that are now stopping that because it is ridiculous when you think about it. It's like they're taking a cut of something they didn't even have a part of, and then the band doesn't even get a cut of like the bar, parking, etc. Like I don't know, it's ridiculous to me, but
And now you got to compete with AI making pop punk songs also. So now you might not chart because the AI pop punk machine beat you to it.
literally, yeah. I saw something crazy this morning. My friend Nathan, he's a bassist of Boundaries, and he posted like an AI song that someone made, and the AI literally just basically almost exactly stole Knocked Loose's album artwork for their last for their last album, and I'm like, how is this even allowed? Like, it's so crazy.
I also saw today, or was it yesterday? Either way. So not only do they have AI artists now, but they have major labels that are signing people that are creating the AI music, which also sounds ridiculous. But I guess they want a piece of the puzzle also, or a piece of the pie also to make money off of these AI people. Weird, huh?
Yeah, I saw something that like Timbaland or someone was like signing specifically AI artists, and then just so that he could like make music and not have to pay anyone and let like different voices use it. And I'm like, this is just so lame.
It is lame. It's coming for us all. I know there's music videos. I think I just saw today that Foo Fighters put out like a Christmas song, and they have an all AI video to go along with the song.
Oh God. which is like,
Yeah.
which is weird because they just put up a video that was like making fun of AI. So I
Offspring did it also. I think Offspring had like AI artwork in their most recent release and an AI video. The only thing I use it for is my high school friends and I. We always reminisce about all these like funny stories that happened to us, and so we've been using the AI to recreate the situations. That's the only time where I think it's funny and acceptable.
yeah, the only two things that I've really used it for is if I decided if I ever have to write a cover letter in my life again, there's no way I'm writing that because I think cover letters are stupid.
Yeah.
So that, and then at work, we were just like, who would win in a fight? Will Ferrell or Owen Wilson? And then it just like lists their attributes and stuff and says who would win. It's so stupid, but
I don't even think you need to write a cover letter anymore because the AI is the one that reads the resumes now, and they look for certain keywords I've heard to pick out who to look up and look more into. What's going on, man?
everything is just AI reading AI reading AI.
So I appreciate that you're hard at work sitting there writing your own music on the computer. You're not cheating, as far as we know.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I'm not cheating. If I was cheating, I probably would have less of a headache.
It would be okay if you used like a thesaurus maybe to get like a different word if you're trying to say
Oh
something.
yeah, I mean, I still use Rhyme Zone all the time, but
Really? And whatever you got to do to make it happen. So let's talk about you got two Christmas shows coming up. I believe this is the seventh year that you're doing this.
yeah, I think that's right. Yeah.
Okay, cool. So I mean, this is a big thing. 7 years. Congratulations, first of all.
Thank
What
you.
do we have to look forward to this year? What are we all flying and driving into Rhode Island for? Let's hear it.
Well, I think for the most part, we're gonna play the new EP in full, and this is also the gonna be the 10-year anniversary of our first EP, which is kind of crazy. So we'll probably break out some songs of off that EP, which we haven't
Nice.
played in a long time, just because we like the new stuff more, as most bands do.
Of
But
course.
that those are like going to be the two big things I would think, and our lineup is just killer. Like we have Five Ever and Have Fun and anthems from all around the surrounding like Mass and Connecticut area. So it's definitely like a powerhouse. You know, four bands for one show. So it should be a lot of fun, I think.
Are you doing 2 nights?
So we're just doing one night, and then the second night, the next day, we're playing Goalkeepers holiday show in Philly, which is like just about to sell out from what we've been told. So I'm really, really excited for that show too, because we love Philly, and this will probably be the biggest show we played there. So it'll be cool.
What time do you have to leave to get there at a reasonable hour for your show?
That's a good question. I haven't thought that far ahead. Probably like 11 or noon. I don't know. I think we're
That's
only like
not
4 or 5 hours away.
better
I could be
better
wrong.
look that up. I feel like it's further, but maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah, it might be further. I don't know. We'll figure it out. We'll be fine.
So are you gonna play the EP on that show, or are you just gonna do a mix?
I think we'll just do a mix on that one because I feel like at that show there'll probably be more people that maybe haven't heard of us, so I'd rather play newer stuff that we are
Yeah.
is our more like popular stuff, I guess.
So do you know how many shows you played in total this year for 2025? Since we're almost done.
That's a good question. I feel like we played like at least like 30 maybe. A lot of it was on the tour, but then we played like one or two shows a month other than that. So that would be my guess, but I'm not positive.
If you could, if there was no, if you didn't have to make money, would you play every day, or do you like only doing like, a couple shows a month if you can?
Um, I kind of like doing it a couple a month because I don't know, I feel like this one like the stamina of it. Like I love playing shows, but just like sometimes if I'm after the next day my back hurts or like I'm losing my voice because I'm getting old. But like I don't know. I feel like it makes it a little bit more special too when it's like every so often. It's like a whole ordeal.
Yeah.
That being said, I do like touring, but I don't know.
And they could just listen to the music, every day until you come back or until you announce the next show like they travel for.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Did you have anything completed for something new, or are you just starting from scratch right now with the computer?
We have a lot of like half songs. We do we have anything completed? We have like full instrumentals, but a lot of it is like a lot of vocals I need to write and stuff. So we're trying to plan what the next thing is even going to be, but we want to like keep the momentum going because the EP has like been our most successful thing, the last one. So we don't want to like not drop anything for a long time after that. So
And I did see, I'm not like a Spotify person. I'm actually an Apple Music guy, but I've been looking now whenever I have somebody on the show at Spotify, and you have like a lot of plays a month. So people are finding you. You're right. You want to keep it going while there's momentum for sure. It looked like in the high thousands. So
yeah, it's been crazy to be like this is our like technically 11th year as a band, and this has been like the most successful year. Like we jumped from like 10,000 monthlies to like almost 50,000, which is
yeah,
like insane.
you never know. That's why you got to keep it going. And you can't be that old, as you said, if you 11 years ago you were already doing this, unless you started when you were like 12.
Yeah, yeah. I the band we started the band when I was like 16 or 17, I want to
Okay,
say.
wow, because you were pretty young then. Wow. What were you
Yeah.
doing before that? Just Blink covers in your room?
Pretty much, yeah. A lot of Green Day too.
Yeah,
But
and playing in the mirror?
yeah, exactly. And like doing a guitar like raise it above my head and hit my ceiling fan type thing.
Yeah. Do you do that live now? Do you put the guitar in the air like and strum it? Well, now you're not playing
No.
guitar. You don't do anything now.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
So
Oh,
who are you modeling your performance after now? Like, is there like a singer that you like that doesn't play guitar and you've kind of been watching him?
um, that's a good question. I don't know. Like I feel like um when I first switched to just vocals, I was seeing a lot of bands like Belmont, and I really liked how much energy he had, like, and how he just didn't give a fuck on stage. And I feel like I still subconsciously have that a little bit, but I don't know if there's anybody like I exactly model after.
Are you jumping off stage? Like, have you done a proper stage dive yet while singing?
No, I wish that'd be cool, but I am always afraid of the like the beginning of School of Rock when Jack Black just like hits the ground.
Yeah, I get it. Well, yeah. Well, let's a couple more things before we go. By the way, we do have people watching. If you do have questions, you can talk to us. I'm sorry, I'm not ignoring you guys. I just see them popping in every so often. But yeah, I am on twice a week. So tomorrow I'll be back here with Calling All Captains. That'll be at 1 o'clock Central Time. It's
Sick.
interesting because I work too, of course. So I have to like pick times that work in my schedule. So I might do an interview at like now at like 11 a.m. Or at 4 p.m. So every day it's different, but I do know I can't do it when the sun is setting because I tried that last week and the sun just keeps going like down over my face and half of it is bright and half is dark.
Yeah.
I'm outside or on the porch. I don't have like a good light up system like you probably do in your room. So,
Yeah, yeah.
do you have goals for 2026 that you want to accomplish with the band or with yourself, just as a singer and a writer?
Um, I mean, I guess the major goals are we. I feel like this is a very generic answer, but like we just want to tour more and write more songs. I guess like I feel like we're all as a unit very motivated right now, and we've gotten like a few like offers on stuff for tours recently, so we're trying to like follow up with that and make sure it goes through and all that, and
Don't ask
you
for
know,
time off yet.
yeah, exactly, yeah. And then just we want to write another full length, so I think it's just going to be a lot of writing and playing shows.
You only have one proper full length, right, from 2023?
Yep.
All right, so you got to get on it.
Yeah, yeah. We have, like I said, we have like a lot of like good ideas. It's just finishing them. And I also feel like I'm the type that's like not like, okay, we finished 10 songs. That's the album. Like I kind
Yeah,
of want to write more and make sure we pick the best ones. But
I get it. You want like 20 at least, then you can leak the other one slowly.
yeah, exact. Put
Or
them on
make,
the Target exclusive version.
oh yeah. Well, back in the day, it was always the Japanese import. I used to have to go from Long Island all the way to Manhattan and then go to the Virgin Megastore to hopefully see if they had it because you couldn't check online back in the day.
Yeah.
I'm old and old school. I still would do that today if I could, but now everything is unfortunately online, so I don't have to go to the store and look for it. And where is there a store, right? Do you have a record store in Rhode Island still or no?
Um, I mean, there's Newbury Comics,
Oh, okay.
but that's there's probably like small ones still. And now I like live more. I'm technically in Massachusetts now, but I'm like between Providence and Boston, so I can always go to Boston. There's a ton of good vinyl shops there.
That's true. I was just in Paris for a week for my friend's wedding. I didn't see a single record shop, and I walked around like every angle, every street. I don't know. I know they have them there, but I just never came upon one. It was just kind of sad. I wanted to check it out because I like supporting them in every city, but I didn't find any of them in Paris. So I don't know what neighborhood they're in, but they weren't where I was. But here in
Yeah.
Austin, we have a bunch.
Hell yeah. Well, yeah, Austin is like a music city, so I'd hope so.
Yeah. Would I be able to find your stuff in a store like that, or is it more like just digital, the stuff you put out?
Um, not in a well, yeah, not in a store. We have vinyl and stuff, but I think it's just through our label site and stuff.
We got to
So
get that as a 2026 goal. That'd be cool. Have like a physical thing in the store, huh?
yeah, yeah, that would be awesome someday.
Let's make it happen. Hey, before we go, once again, you're playing on the 5th and the 6th of December. 5th, you're playing, what was the name of the venue again?
We're playing at Alchemy in Providence.
And then the 6th, you're playing in Philadelphia. And what's
Yep.
that venue called?
I think it's Ortlieb's is how you pronounce it. It's like a hot dog bar place, but it's
That
cool.
sounds like a lot of fun. But in the meantime, if you guys want to hear the music, you can check out, well, you've got a ton of EPs on Apple. I saw there was at least 4 EPs and then the full length. So, ton of stuff to listen to while you wait for Marcus to go back to work and finish the full length TBD.
Hell yeah.
Hey, man, thanks for doing this. I appreciate it. And this was a lot of fun. And keep me posted when you get some new stuff out.
For sure. Thank you for having me.
Yes, thank you all for watching. I'll see you tomorrow with Calling All Captains. See you later, guys. Have a good day.
See ya.